All right. Hey guys, NeusNexus here, about to do another interview with a gamer, this time with WrapTheTurtle, aka Peter. Hello, Peter. How are you doing today?
Good, how you doing?
I'm not too bad. We're finally getting into this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Audio issues, guys. Audio issues. It's all good. Okay. So, as I was explaining to Peter, how this series goes, I'm just going to ask him some general questions. We'll get into discussion, and it's just a nice, clean, fun little interview there. Okay. So, first question. Why do you game?
Oh. Man, you have to start with the hard ones. Bloody hell.
Yeah, but don't worry. Take your time. It's a good general question.
It's too deep. There's just too many answers. But anyway, like, why do I game? I just game because I enjoy it. Like, I just relax, just take my mind off of everything and just kind of space out for a while, really.
So it's kind of like just you generally, the whole thing about gaming for you is the enjoyment, it's just chilling and having a good time.
Yep.
Just okay.
Take my mind off of everything else and just actually have a chance to relax. It's a relaxing thing for me to do.
What was your first game?
First game I ever played or first game I ever owned?
Both. We'll go with both because that's just general question.
Okay. First game I personally played? Oh god, I gotta think about this one.
Yeah, I'm poking your brain.
It was a while ago. I'm trying to think now. It would have to either be like the old Super Nintendo Zelda games. I don't remember which one. I played that at a friend's house.
A Link to the Past?
My brothers. Sorry?
A Link to the Past?
Maybe. I don't remember which one it was. It was so long ago. And then my brothers bought a Sega Genesis, and I used to play the shit out of Sonic the Hedgehog. The original Sonic the Hedgehog, that was my jam.
Okay. So, all right, we're going to go talk about your channel a little bit. Because, well, this is why we're here like that. I am going to poke and prod at your channel, so hopefully you don't feel violated. Okay, I think the first kind of question I'd like to bring up is the channel name itself. How did that come to be?
I used to play, well, the game I was playing is completely irrelevant, but me and a friend of mine were playing WoW probably, oh man, a year ago now? Give or take? About that, yeah. World of Warcraft, for people who don't know what WoW is, because you never know, people might not know, but yeah, like, me and a friend were playing, and he typed something to me, and I don't know how I misread it. I don't even remember what he actually typed to me, but I managed to read it as WrapTheTurtle, and it just kind of stuck in my head.
Ah.
Yeah.
So a grammatical error, I'm guessing? And
no, like, what he typed was perfectly grammatically correct. What I read wasn't.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how it worked, and then I reread it, and what he said made sense. I don't remember what he actually wrote, but yeah, no, and it just kind of stuck in my head, and that's why I named my channel that.
Okay, so kind of a game kind of thing where it just like you misread it, and it just seems good, and you just took it and run with it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. We'll now look at how about your channel icon. Did you make that yourself, or did you get somebody else to do for it?
I did not. A very good friend of mine made that for me.
Ah. Okay.
No.
And I'm guessing from the similar art style, your banner as well was made by the same person.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's good. So yeah, very pleasing to the eye, I have to say. Lots of blue.
True. I like blue.
I like blue, yes. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna just go into that. I'm probing and prodding at your channel there. Okay. So I see that you started your channel in October 31st of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And did you start off seriously, or it was just kind of an off passion thing?
I like to think, like, originally in my mind, like, I started super serious, like, this is what I'm gonna do, I want to do this, and then actually, I had to teach myself how to do it properly, but when I first started, like, I was I started to be serious about this whole YouTube thing, actually upload videos and actually do this, because I do really enjoy doing it.
Yeah, that's typically how it is. A lot of people get really kind of serious about YouTube, and they kind of like they have no idea, they have no footing to kind of get on a solid ground when they first start.
Yeah.
And and it is the kind of thing that you kind of first like that, and you kind of move yourself into it. So
exactly.
yeah, and so basically once you get into it and you start getting into the routine of it, it's perfectly fine. So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I should also call this series, dissecting a channel. Okay. So, okay, let's go to. I'm gonna go look at your playlists.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I see that you keep your playlists pretty clean. I can see that you just basically have stated what they are. Let's see here. Do you keep all your videos in playlists?
I try to. I go back every week or two because I have a terrible habit of forgetting to upload my videos into playlists because I tend to upload them ahead of time. And so I always forget to put them in playlists, and then I'll go back a couple weeks later and then just put everything back in a playlist that I've been uploading.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, I see. Yeah. So you kind of just it's kind of a habit thing of getting into it, and sometimes we forget. Like
Yeah.
I forget. I personally forget myself, and it happens.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's pretty much the way it is. Okay. So seeing here on stuff. You, as I know, and I'm not sure the viewers know, you got actually streamed a bunch. Actually,
I have. I started streaming a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now.
Okay.
No.
And so generally, I'm guessing you do this for YouTube, just via YouTube, most of the time.
Yeah. Right now, yeah.
Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah. Do you, from what I can tell here, maybe I'm just not seeing it here, but I'm guessing you don't have a selected playlist for previous streams.
I haven't set that up yet. No.
Okay. Yeah, that would I would recommend it. Just for a sense, it kind of gives it kind of continuity to it. Like for example, I'm guessing you, like, I personally know that you've been doing Dishonored. I think that it generally would be a good idea for stuff like that, and so you're planning on it. So I don't have to tell you to do it. You're just going to do it on your own.
Yeah, I haven't got, like I say, I go back every couple of weeks and actually redo all my playlists and make sure everything's in them. And I was actually going to do that this weekend sometime.
I got you there. Okay, well that's good. No, generally I find that, especially with streaming games, especially for YouTube, that if you can put it into a playlist, especially people who aren't there for the stream and they want to kind of catch up, they want to watch what you were doing during that time, it's a good way to do it. And you're already on top of that. You're already on top of that, so you're perfectly fine there. Okay. Okay. So, all right, going into that, what games are you currently doing now that you really like people to check out on your channel?
Right now, well, I've gone through like a week or so here. I haven't really done any recording at all. I did a vlog on this last weekend just because my life's been all over the place. But I mean, I've been streaming Dishonored, and I plan to play through that, through the DLCs, and then right into Dishonored 2. As for games on my channel that I'm doing right now, I'm gonna have to open up my Steam list. Give me a second. My brain is just not working.
Don't worry. There is a time difference between me and Peter where it's about 4 hours difference. So it's a little bit early for him.
Yeah. So like, I'm planning to get back into Redeemer here. That's a fun, just brawling whatever games. From what I hear, it's a short game, but it's a fun game. It's just fun. And then I really should get back into Shovel Knight. I got like halfway through the game, then gave up way back in my early days. But I'm gonna probably get back into that sometime here.
Shovel Knight.
Gonna start playing that Guacamelee again because I got into that and then OBS screwed up on me. That's OBS, my recording software, screwed up on me and didn't record one of the episodes, and there isn't save states to go back on in that game, so I have to replay the entire game to where I was.
Oh, gee, man.
So it's a bit of a
Oh,
pain in the ass, but I'm getting around to actually doing that. So and then
oh,
obviously I
okay.
played Dead Cells, which is just a I don't know how to explain it, side-scrolling kind of Metroidvania roguelite, and it's fun. I'm terrible at it, and I die a hell of a lot, and I don't think I'll ever get past like halfway through the second level. But you know what? It's fun.
Oh, okay. All
And
right.
then there's always Broforce that I do with Rob there. He's a good friend of mine, and we always just play Broforce together. Yeah, I play a bunch of stuff. Like, I just kind of go by what I feel like playing on the day.
Oh, okay. So you typically like to kind of shift around, kind of like to do what you feel like playing at the time. You
Yeah,
don't have you have a set thing. You're like, hey, yeah, I want to do this today, and then I want to do this and play this.
yeah, for the
Um,
most part.
yeah. Now that's usually a pretty way to go. You want to have fun with what you're doing on YouTube, especially that with games that you're playing, and
Oh,
you don't
definitely.
want and you don't really want to kind of be stagnant on what you're playing too. You want kind of want it like, oh, this is games, you just don't want to
Mhm.
play it, and you're just like, no, don't force yourself to play it because people will see it in the recording, and you'll feel it in the recording too when you rewatch it. You're like,
Oh, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was not enjoying myself that day.
That's why I stopped playing Shovel Knight because I was getting
Ah,
so mad at that game.
I hear you. Now, I'm very interested. I've
Mhm.
just looked. I'm looking on your playlists, and I see Battle Block Theater. I am very
Yes,
happy.
that is a great game.
That is a amazing game. I love it. I actually have a copy of it on the Xbox, but sadly, I don't
Mhm.
have it on a PC. But I
Yeah,
might actually pick that up because I think that'd be freaking hilarious for a
it's
series.
such a good game. It
It
really
really
is.
is. Yeah, I think I played on my bachelor party. I actually played that with a bunch of my my groomsmen and my best man. We actually played that, and it was freaking hilarious. We just kept swearing at each other, drinking beer, and it was hilarious.
Nice.
Very nice. Okay, so all right. I see that you do vlogs. Is that a kind of an often thing, or do you just do it every so often, kind of explain what's going on with you?
Right now it's been just kind of a random do it when I get the chance or when I need to feel like I need to update. I want to try and get into a more regular thing, like maybe once a week, once every couple of weeks. I'm actually planning on starting to do a once weekly vlog on my live streams because I'm doing, planning to work up to 4 or 5 live streams a week. Just kind of let people know what I'm playing, what days I'll be playing, what games and kind of stuff. Because I'm going to start playing more than just Dishonored. Like, I love playing Dishonored, but there's other really long, like, big games that I want to be able to play. But I'll have that set out. Like, I'm going to do a weekly thing of saying, okay, this is the games I'm going to play this week. This is going to be the days I'm going to play these games, and just kind of do that. But yeah, I'm going to try to make vlogs a little more regular than they have been right now. They've just been kind of random, and I feel like doing one, so I do one kind of thing.
Okay, so
No.
it's kind of a thing that you're kind of actively working on. You're going to be putting kind of into a schedule for it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, I personally just with vlogs, I've just kind of update kind of thing, and it's also kind of been when I've had a problem with recording and stuff like that, and I kind of vent out the video. It's
Yeah.
just my way of doing, and it's a good thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, to kind of break off topic of your channel, I'd like to ask you a question about tags. How do you feel
Okay.
about them? How do you feel about them? And do you think they're effective?
Well, to be completely honest, I had no idea about them for the first few months of doing YouTube. Another a very close friend of mine actually brought it up, and we talked about it, and she helped me figure a lot of that stuff out. And now, like, to be completely blunt, they're kind of annoying, but at the same time, they make sense to me now, and they are extremely useful. If you're trying to get your video noticed and everything like that, you need to use the tags. And like, I've noticed quite, like, even just starting to tagging my streams. Like, I don't go all out like huge pages of tags on my streams or anything like that, but even with tags, like, because it brings you so much higher up in the searches, and it's like people search for a particular phrase, your video is going to come up, kind of thing. And they're a pain in the ass, but I see the value in them, and I do use them, and they're useful. They're just a pain because I'm lazy.
As most gamers are.
Yeah.
That's true. That's the truth of it. But yeah, especially with tags is that they can be extremely useful in the sense of especially getting your videos come up in search, because you never know what people are going to put into the search bar.
Exactly.
And I personally use a thing called TubeBuddy. I recommend you check it out. It's an add-on for Chrome, or I don't know what browser you use.
Yeah.
But it's kind of an extension where it can actually suggest ones to generally put in them. Typically, what I like to do for doing tags and stuff like that is you always want to put the name of the game. I like to put my my username on YouTube. I like to put anything I'm going to be doing in that episode. Anybody that I'm going to be collabing with in the video, I like to put their name in there too.
Definitely.
Anything that's related to that, to it. Anything I talk about during the video, put it in there as well. And typically, if you do that, that's usually going to get you going. And especially with TubeBuddy, it actually gives you rankings on what tags are the best. So it's like, hey, like you own like the 6th number on the search. Like for example, my name NeusNexus. I have it's like search up NeusNexus. What's going to come up? My videos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so that's pretty good. Yeah, and that's a really good point. They are a pain in the ass, but they are useful as hell if you use them right.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Okay. So. Okay. So I see that you let's see, games with friends. Okay, so I'm guessing for games with friends, I'm guessing that's your collab kind of playlist?
Yeah, pretty much. That's just where I kind of put stuff. Like, I do a lot of collab stuff. I mean, I've got multiple games of golf with friends. I've got Uno in there. I throw my Broforce in there as well, but Broforce has its own playlist as well. I do Dead by Daylight with a bunch of friends of mine. I do a lot of collabs.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to fix that up. There's no collabs between us. we're gonna fix that.
Well, the couple prop hunts, like the prop hunts we did, the one time I completely forgot to record it, which I don't know how I did. I thought I had OBS open, but then guess I didn't. And then the other one we were just testing.
Yeah, no worries. We're definitely going to get into doing that, so that won't be too bad. And plus, we're probably going to do some stuff just me and you, just for I actually recently picked up Uno, gotten given Uno.
Nice.
So that'll definitely be a thing, and maybe I can't remember. BattleBlock is multiplayer, so I might think of doing that. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how that game would work as co-op.
I've actually played it co-op, and it's actually not that bad.
Okay.
It's basically you help each other jump up on things. Me and my cousin were doing it, so it wasn't too bad. I recommend that. Okay. Let's see here. Just trying to make sure that I get all the questions. Is there a certain type of games that you like to do for your channel, or do you just like to do whatever the hell you feel like, whenever you feel like?
I'm more of the do whatever the hell I feel like it kind of person. Like, I've kind of run into playing a lot of platformers, 2D platformers and indie platformers and stuff like that on my channel. I love indie platformers, I do, which is funny because I used to despise them with a passion. But but I'm more of the kind of like, I'll play nearly anything. Like, I have interest from, well, obviously stealth games like Dishonored and stuff like that, and into indie platformers, into grand strategy games. Like, I want to check out the Total War Warhammer games, because I like the Warhammer universe, both fantasy and 40k. I'm not hugely into the lore, so if people are gonna start calling me out on it, I'm probably gonna cry because I don't know everything. But like, I do enjoy it, and I enjoy the look of it, and I enjoy everything from grand strategy, indie platformers, puzzle games, RTS. Like, I'll play pretty much anything.
Okay, so yeah, generally like that. So I'm guessing, do you see? I see. Yes, you say you talk platformers and that. Have you strayed into horror games?
One or two, and people are trying to get me to play more because they want to hear me cry. Apparently, I
think that's myself included.
Yeah, no, I know. I think you were in that stream when I was talking about it. So what I've decided to do is when I hit 50 subscribers, I will do a live stream with a face cam of me playing Outlast.
Oh, that'll be perfect. Yes, we'll keep people updated on that one.
Yeah.
If I were to make a recommendation, I personally think that you would enjoy playing Evil Within. I really do. Or if you have played it, I would. Yeah. It is a very decent. It's a horror game, but it has there's action in it. The original game has a lot of action stuff in it. There's DLCs where you actually have to play the game without weapons too. So there's some DLC with that as well. But I personally think that Evil Within would probably be something up your alley. You might. Okay. There are some really weird, horrifying things in it, but but I'd really recommend it, especially since you're kind of playing with action game kind of stuff. It is the horror game, but it also have the action part of it, and I think it'd be really interesting to watch you play it.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll have to see what the chat in my streams and on my videos and everything says, because from what I've been hearing right now, people want me to play Outlast and Outlast 2, but yeah, I don't know. I'll see what happens. I'll see what games they want me to torture myself with.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Especially if you can play Outlast, you can play Outlast 2. If you can definitely play Outlast, you can definitely play Evil Within. Like, if you can get through that, because Outlast it's a little bit of psychological horror. Evil Within is as well, but there's that action aspect to it, and you kind of some things in the game you're just like, what is this? But it's generally that's usually how it is. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I'm just gonna go through here. So, okay. So let's talk about thumbnails for a second here.
Okay.
How much do you get into creating thumbnails? Do you generally use screenshots? Do you search up images, or you generally kind of stick to the kind of box art or so for the games?
I personally, right now, I just kind of stick with box art style things. Like, I'll find a good looking picture that's like prominent, saying, okay, this is what the game is, and I'll usually use that. Like, I am planning on getting more into thumbnails and like messing around with them and seeing if I can make some cool ones, like you say, with screenshots and stuff like that. But right now, I just use thumbnails.
Okay, you stick to kind of thumbnails because it is easy to use it, and yeah, that's kind of a thing, especially that I've been kind of seeing, especially with TubeBuddy. They can do videos as well about certain things like that, and they recommend that you make clickable thumbnails and clickable titles, and so it just make kind of, if you have kind of an enticing thumbnail, it kind of entices people to actually click it. Not clickbait essentially, but just kind of a way to say, hey, this is interesting. Yeah. Like I'm looking through some of yours, and like I think Dead Cells is what kind of catches my attention. Yeah, I see a bunch of Dead Cells with a little bit of art within it, like lightning cloud with a very angry ball, apparently. And like one that says like a middle finger. It's like, at least I tried.
Yeah.
What games do you find on your channel that were the most difficult to play?
Shovel Knight.
Well, yes, you stated Shovel Knight, but why is that?
Because I don't know what it is about that game. Like, I mean, I'm not great at platformers. Like, I'm not like God's gift to platform games or anything like that. In fact, I'm pretty terrible at them in general. But I don't know, something about Shovel Knight. Like, don't get me wrong, it's really, really well made, and like the platforming and everything is super fair. But something about the platforming in that game, I cannot get it, and I die so damn much, and I get so angry at it. That's why I stopped playing it. Okay,
so just general. Like, is it the controls a little bit wonky for it, or is it just the way that they set up the platforming levels, like just how they space out the enemies or traps or something like that?
Kind of all of the above, but what it really boils down to is with that game, I am just flat out bad. I don't know what it is about that game. Like, I do better in Dead Cells than I do in Shovel Knight. Like, I'm just bad at that game. I don't know.
Okay, so it's user error, maybe.
Yeah,
Is that what
100%.
is that what you're saying? Oh,
It's user dumb.
User dumb. Okay.
And then
Alright,
the other one, actually, there's one other game on my channel that I actually had to stop playing because they completely changed the control scheme of it, and it was Badass Hero. Like, it was a hard game as it was, and then they changed the control scheme completely, and I don't know, other people are still playing it and enjoying it, but I cannot play it because, like, because I use a controller in platforming games just because I find it easier. And they use, like, the trigger buttons for your jump, and then, I don't know, it's just, they changed it all around.
Wait, hold up. Trigger buttons?
Yes.
As jumping?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. And they did this in a hotfix. Like, because the game's in early access, and it's like, I was enjoying it, and the first jump, I think, was like, because I use an Xbox controller, I think it was like A or something like that. Like, a thing you would normally think, okay, yeah, that's for jumping. But no, they changed it to, like, left trigger.
Do they have any? Did they have anything in the settings where you could change what controls do what? Or
I don't remember. It was so long ago that I played it. I just got so mad. I just put it down and walked away.
No, because I'm just thinking about that, especially with something like that. If some people were, frigging, playing a game with a certain control set, and they just changed the default, they should still have the ability to go back and change that to what they were used to, because, frankly speaking, I actually did make my own little game demo a while ago. That's kind of really bad game design, especially with yeah, I am saying especially so much. I'm gonna have that. Anyway, especially with a set control scheme in a game, especially if you were early access and you have a bunch of people playing it and they're used to that certain scheme, changing up like that without kind of getting feedback from the audience first, especially people who are playing it. It seems kind of odd, unless they really did a huge survey. Did they even inform you that this was going to happen, or they just did it?
I don't remember seeing any information about it happening, but I didn't look much into it. I'm actually looking at their updates right now, and they did an update on July 17th. I don't know if this was before or after I started having problems, but yeah, they have full controller remapping support, so I should actually be able to go back in there and remap it all. But
yeah, because that would probably be the best thing for them to do, especially with that, because especially for let me just kind of throw a toss off here. Have you heard of a organization called Able Gamers?
No.
Okay. All right. I suggest you check them out. It is a organization which is fully committed to making everyone be able to game, especially people with disabilities, mental or physical, where they actually get custom controllers made for somebody who, for example, they are missing a limb, or they have no way to use a controller. They actually can go out and make custom controllers so that people like that can play games like we do. And it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I firmly believe that everyone can game, regardless of any physical or mental abilities. And I really, really, really like that organization. They would be kind of an advocate, especially for controller remapping, because some people can't hit the buttons like we do, and controller remapping goes into that kind of thing where it's like, okay, they button for this, well, they can't really hit that kind of button. Well, they can have a custom controller where they say they can hit right trigger for jumping, is like that. Like, for example, it's hard for you, but for them, it could be kind of a good thing to do. So yeah, and so good on them for making it so they can remap, but doing a change without informing, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if they informed you guys via like a news press or something.
They might have, and I just might have missed it.
Okay, but still, especially when you're doing that, you should automatically have controller remapping there, because especially if somebody dedicated to playing a game like that, especially a platformer, it's just going to cause problems. And as you said, you walked away from it, right? So
yeah,
Yeah, and that would kind of be a good way to mend the fence, as I would put it. And so I'm really sorry if I got really uppity about that.
Nah, whatever.
No, but it's just, especially with games like that, is that if you start something with a certain control scheme, and then you just change it for your playership, it's just going to be a headache for you. It's going to be a headache for press release, HR. Ugh, just wrong. It's just the wrong way of doing things. And now that you know that they're doing a remapping, you might actually revisit Badass Hero.
I'm thinking about it right now. Like, it's a fun. Don't get me wrong. It's hard as fuck, but it is a fun game.
That's good. Okay.
No.
So yeah. So there we go. Now, through discussion, we found that it was like, hey, he might be bringing that back. All right. Okay. Let's talk about. I'm so interesting. I see a game here called Origami.
Yes.
Could you explain about that game?
Oh, that's been a while since I played that, bloody hell. It is. It's a stealth game with it's got a super unique art style. It's a beautiful art style. It's a stealth game, and I need to play that again. Actually, thinking about it, that's such a fun game. I should get back into playing. all these games that I stopped playing at the beginning of my channel, and then it's just like, why did I stop playing them? Because it legitimately is a super fun game. It's hard, but it's fair, and it's like if you die, you know it's because you screwed up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to say, maybe this interview here is kind of turning into a realization of, oh man, there's games that he's asking me about that I really should play again.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, I mean, these are all games that I haven't played since probably December last year and everything now. And it's just, I should get back into playing these things.
Okay, I'd like you to talk about Don't Starve for a second here.
Well, that one I've already mentioned I'm planning to get back into. So
yeah.
So you can't get me with that one. But yeah, no, Don't Starve. It's a fun game. It is. I'm bad at it. I'm very bad at it. But no, it's fun. It's a little survival game. I remember one episode I got super excited because it's this little creature called Chester that runs around and follows you with legs, and you can use it as a mobile chest, and it's like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
In an episode of Don't Starve together with Persephonix, we actually got Chester, but we died and lost him.
Aww.
It was like, I think it was the second episode. We wandered in a thing, and we had him, and we got killed by tentacles in a swamp.
Sounds about right. It happens.
Yeah, and it was like, no, not Chester, no. But yeah, generally I find, especially with Don't Starve, is that you either like it or you don't.
Yeah.
Especially with that. And, well, you have 4 parts up, so who knows? You could be just seeing that soon enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, going back to video selection, when a new game comes out, let's say, I'm just trying to think of a recent game that just recently came out. Actually, that's a question I should have asked you. I'm guessing you are primarily a Steam/PC gamer.
Yes.
Okay, so consoles are completely off the table for you right now.
Right now, yeah. I don't own any consoles whatsoever.
Okay. Let's say, for example, when a new game comes out that you're seeing has a lot of popularity, let's say Destiny 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you find that you feel that you should automatically start making videos of it to try to keep up with the hype, or do you just like to, as you said, you like to stick to whatever you want to play? Do you find that kind of entices you to want to play something like that, or no?
It really depends on the game. Like, some games, yes, I do get really enticed to play them, and it's like, I was like, man, I want to pick it up and start playing. Like, that's actually what I did with Dead Cells. Like, Dead Cells, when I first started playing it, only just come into early access, and same with Badass Hero, like, because it enticed me and it got my attention, and it had only been out for like a week when I started playing it, if that. And it's like, some things do grab... Like, that's just the whole thing with me. It's like, if I see a new release that really grabs my attention, like, hey, cool, that'd be awesome to play it. But then again, I'm playing Dishonored, which came out, what, 2-3 years ago now? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll play really anything, and it's like, being a new release, sometimes it'll get me like, oh, well, maybe if I play that, I mean, yeah, it could force more views to my channel, but at the same time, you gotta think, in my mind, like, everyone's playing that game anyway. But, I don't know. Like, if it's a game that I think I would enjoy, like, I'll definitely pick it up and play it. Like, I'm planning on probably picking up Total War Warhammer 2 when it comes out, just because it looks like a great grand strategy game, and, like, I haven't played any for quite a while, but I really like the look of it, and I'll probably play it. But it's like, it's all about whether it catches my attention or not.
Yeah, so, and that's exactly what it is too, is that sometimes when you see somebody playing something like that, and you notice it'll probably bring, stuff to your channel where you get the views and people will check you out. And so the thing is also is that you enjoy it. Like, I find that a lot of people just try to jump on the hype train and it doesn't end successfully for them.
Oh, definitely.
Because either it's a type of game they don't want to play or they're really, really bad at it.
Yeah.
And people
Well, I mean, I'm bad at everything. But
oh, okay. Well, that's generally how it is. Okay. So I like to talk about Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
Okay. Personally, due to my constraints right now, I actually can't play it. I picked it up though; it was on sale. I can only get about 10 frames a second on it though. With my laptop. Tell me how you feel about Dead by Daylight.
I love it. Like, I'll admit I only play it with my friends. Like, I've never actually sat down and played online or anything like that by myself. I've only played it with my friends in collabs, but it is a ton of fun just to get some people together, try and kill each other, try and escape. Like, I love it. It's a great game.
And I'm guessing that's wrapped within the Gaming with Friends playlist?
Probably. If not, they're going to be in there soon.
Yep, I see that the first episode is in the playlist there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you find that, especially with a game like that, that you're more enticed to play with your friends instead of going online with random people?
Oh, 100%. If you have friends to play a game like that with, like, I'm talking about myself personally, but if I have friends that play games like that, and I can play games like that with, I will definitely rather play with them than with random strangers. Like, nothing against random strangers, but I don't know, it's just more fun to get on Discord, Skype, Ventrilo, Mumble, whatever voice comes you use, get on the phone and talk to each other on the phone while you try to kill each other. Like, however you do it, just being able to bullshit and just kill your friends is just so much more fun than killing random people. In my mind, at least.
Yeah. I have to personally agree with you on that because, especially with a game like that, especially with random people, you don't know what they're going to do. You accompanies their mindset, where like they just might be in there to dick or troll with you.
No.
And with friends, at least, you actually have the kind of thing where they're going to dick and stuff around with you, but it's going to be fun anyway.
Yeah.
I find, especially with games like that and Friday the 13th, which I might be interested in getting into at some point. Same thing goes with like PUBG, stuff like that. I find that, especially with these higher end games that are coming out now, it's more fun to play with people that you know than it is to play with random people. Like, if you're trying to get something done, like, for example, let's throw Destiny, the first Destiny game out there, personally for me. See, with raids and stuff, is that you kind of need certain people to play with. And your friends are not always going to be there to do like that. And if you want to get it done by a certain date, you have to go in and play with random people. You have to message people and kind of go in and do that. And that kind of game kind of demands that you do that. But I find, with like games like Dead by Daylight, from what I've watched it being played and stuff, is that you kind of need that kind of friends that you play with to play it. Same thing with like Gmod, especially Gmod. Like, there's single player stuff, but you're not really doing anything, but it's kind of a friend game kind of thing, like Gang Beasts and all Uno and stuff like that. Is especially with a game dynamic like those kind of games where it kind of brings out the more fun and more enjoyment when you're playing with people that you know, other than randoms, because, you know, as I said, they like to dick with you and stuff like that. But
Yeah, exactly.
I personally believe that if you're going to be doing something like those type of games, sticking to friends is the best thing. And I wholeheartedly agree with your estimate on that, because goddamn, people can be dicks. People can be dicks, especially on streams. Especially on streams, you don't know like that. Your friends come in and watch you, that's great. But then you have some like random person come in and call you a name or something like that, and it's like, you know, ain't having that. You don't like it. It's not good. It's just bringing negativity to the whole table, and it's screwed, right?
Yeah.
Right. And so that's generally my kind of feelings with it. See, we're getting into detailed discussion now. Which is no, but it's really interesting. Especially, I love doing these interviews with different people, because then I kind of get your point of view about certain things, and it makes it really interesting. So I see, and so I moved over to your channels tab, and I see there is a bunch of different people on here.
Yes.
Is there anybody on that list that you'd like to give a kind of a shout out right now?
Man, put me on the spot here, jeez.
I know.
Who's gonna hate me the most if I say it?
You could just say all. And I'm perfectly fine with just saying all.
To be completely honest, I don't even remember who I will have on my challenge tab right now.
Okay. There's two lists.
Just checking.
There's your subscriptions and there's awesome people's. Okay.
Let me get there.
I'm putting you on the spot, man.
You totally did. And I just realized you're not in my channels thing.
I know, but I was kind of thinking to myself, it's like, you know, I'm not going to say anything about that. Because it's just like, he's maybe just not have updated it in a while.
Well, I haven't updated it in a while. This is like, updated this pretty much when I first started.
Exactly.
I can add you right now, actually. I'll do that in a minute.
It's just like, as I refresh it, it's there. I was like,
quick, spam refresh, spam refresh.
I can do it. Nope.
Are you seriously sitting there spamming refresh?
No, I just hit it once, just for the hell of it. I can hit it again if you want to. I can hit it again if you want me to.
You know what? Just for that, give me a second.
Yep, that is perfectly fine. I gotta think of some more. I gotta bring some more questions into my mind to make sure I can get going there, because we're doing really good on time. It's really good on time.
I just realized there's a couple other people that I haven't added yet.
Ooh. I'm making you think of all the things.
Apparently.
See, my interview is beneficial not just for me, it's good for you.
Making me work. It's my day off, damn it.
I know, but it's YouTube. It's kind of an everyday thing. Good.
Okay, there we go. Added some more people. Oh, wait, no, I forgot one. And it was you.
I was like, you refreshed it. I was like, my face to light up or something, and I'm like, oh.
Okay, just go right from the top of my list. WolfCosign is, I don't know, like he's a guy I met in a group Discord that I was in a while ago. Super nice guy, like does review videos of, well, games obviously. What are the chances of review videos of games? What?
What? Reviewing games? How? What's going on here?
He does awesome little skits and fun little stuff within the videos. Like, seriously, if you haven't checked him out, seriously check his stuff out. It's awesome. My guy's awesome. Super nice guy. I love his videos. Legitimately, I love his videos. Persephonics, one of my oldest friends. I've known her for, oh man, 10, 11 plus years now. Like, she's the one. She's the one that kind of
on my channel. Yeah. I think I have to agree. It's just like, I'm like, oh, Persephonics, I have no idea who that is. No, but no, no, I have to agree. You know her
No.
for a long time, and we've done a bunch of collabs together. So,
Yep.
so I don't think nobody on my channel is pretty a stranger to her now.
Yeah. She's actually the one that got me into YouTube as well. Like, she's the one that encouraged me to start doing it, and so I just started doing it, and well, here I am.
Yeah.
Let's see. Edge Strike 909. Super nice British kid. I do Dead by Daylight with him. He's awesome. He's legitimately hilarious. Like, the guy is just... I gotta do more videos with him. He's seriously so funny. And he's British, so it's automatically awesome.
He's also British.
Exactly.
It's all good. Oh, okay.
Game Test Dummies. I do... Well, he's one of the other guys I do Dead by Daylight with. Again, super awesome guy. Cannot win at Dead by Daylight to save his life. But... I feel kind of bad for saying that now.
Calling him out. Oh.
Oh, I do it to his face, too. Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry. I've said it to his face. Yeah.
Liffy, another guy I do Dead by Daylight with, like, he is legitimately one of the scariest Dead by Daylight killers I think I've ever met. Because, well, he's terrifyingly good at it for some reason. Brown Man Blog, that's Josh. He's not super active. I've done some stuff with him, like I've done some golf with friends, and maybe... Did I do Uno with him? No, I haven't done Uno with him. I did Uno with Edge Strike. That was a great Uno game. But anyway, Brown Man Blog, yeah, no, super nice guy. Done golf with him, super chill, just seriously great guy. You, well, I don't know.
You know, the funny thing is, I actually don't see. Thing is, I don't. Oh, now I refresh it and it shows up. I was like, because I was staring at the page after you got a Brown Man Blog, and I'm like, I don't see myself here. And then suddenly I refreshed it again, and there it was.
You calling me a liar? You calling me a? I see. Maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll delete you now.
No, I just realized apparently it took a second for YouTube to because I reloaded it after you said you were done, and it wasn't there. So therefore, sure. Well, he's noting me right now, and you all know about me. It's like,
yeah, so I'm not even gonna say anything.
What he's going to say is I'm a nice asshole. I can occasionally make funny voices, and I am pretty good at playing a doll in Prop Hunt, as you've seen with trolling the turtle video.
That doll? Oh, fuck that doll.
It haunts his nightmares.
It does, guys. It really does.
Okay,
the Bombardiers. They are Andrew, and I don't remember the other person's name, but no. I started doing some collab stuff with him the last little while. I've done a podcast with him and played some golf and stuff. Like, seriously, great guys. Super, super nice guys. And actually, he hit 100 subs before, I think it was before October 1st, so he has to wear a dress. If he can get 150 subs before October the 1st, he will go full drag. Makeup, the works. So, if you want to see him in full drag, go subscribe to the Bombardiers. I told him that I told him I'd be plugging this anytime I got, so go subscribe to him if you want to see this guy in drag.
I'm currently circling with my mouse. People, do this. Come on, we gotta have some fun with this. Go ahead, do it. All right.
And well, the awesome Dan, you guys had him on the last thing there. We've done Prop Hunt with him, done Cards Against Humanity. That's the game. That's right. God of Golf thing. They've done that with him. Oh, Dan's awesome. Great guy, great kid. Just super high energy. Like, I don't understand how he has so much energy all the time. Maybe he's getting old.
Amen to that, brother.
Yep. And then Mo Lorna, another guy I met at the same time as me and the Bombardiers, actually. Like, super nice guy, super chill, really, really down to earth. Just, he had to take a break from his channel for a little bit there, from videos and stuff, just because he had to evacuate because of the hurricane. He put a bunch of vlogs up on his channel while he was going. And he's actually back at home now. He's getting back to making videos again. He said himself he's super excited about what's coming up in October, the stuff he's planning and doing. I guess he's doing a bunch of horror stuff in October for Halloween. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta know more about his channel, but yeah, I've done some podcasts with him, done some collab stuff with him, some golf with friends, all that good stuff. Seriously, super nice guy as well. Like, I don't know what to say, but he's legitimately like one of the nicest people. Not like this Nexus asshole, but
Calling me out, jeez.
he doesn't hide as a doll in some random stupid corner and then haunt my nightmares.
Oh, I can haunt your nightmares with yoink.
You know, I'm taking you off that list.
Oh, I'm so distraught. It's like, yeah, I know I'm an asshole. It's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, Mo Lorna, he actually plays quite a few console games, and I just took a glance at his channel. He is playing Shovel Knight right now on the Wii U. He's playing Sonic Adventure DX on the Dreamcast? No, on the GameCube, sorry. He's playing Super Mario. Like, he's playing all these games. He does a podcast with the Bombardiers called Lazy Saturday. Yeah, like I say, check those guys out. They're awesome. Nexus, well, he's okay.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were gonna come back and tell me that. Jeez.
I just bullshitting you. Nexus is a great guy. Apart from when he pretends to be a doll and pisses me off and haunts my dreams.
Hey man, I might be good at that, but it's just like, I don't know. I channel that doll when it happens. It's fine.
And then there was me hiding as a table.
Yes, your immortal table.
I got stuck at the table. I got stuck behind the door.
Yep.
Oh, you should have seen it on one of the other ones, though. I think it was when Rob was the hunter. I accidentally disguised myself as the giant washing machine. And so I just wedged myself against the door.
Oh, wow. He's pretty quick on the draw, Rob is.
Yeah.
Okay. See, as a kind of, we're getting close to kind of the good of it. What would you? All right. Here, I'm gonna put it this way. What advice would you give to a person starting YouTube right now as a gaming channel?
Ooh. Don't be like me.
Don't be. Yeah.
Learn how to use tags. Like, look into it. Learn tagging. Like Nexus was mentioning earlier. Use TubeBuddy. Like, what I've personally found, like for myself, like live streaming. Maybe it's because of the game I'm playing. I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the kind of person I am. But live streaming really, really works for me. Don't be afraid to try stupid things. Like, I mean, to me, live streaming is like, why am I even doing this? And it's like, it just exploded. Like, honestly, my channel's gone up. To use straight up numbers, I've gone up 22 subscribers in 2 weeks. Just because of live streams. That's all I've been doing this last 2 weeks. And it's don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to play a game you're bad at. Like, keep videos a little bit shorter. Try not to do like long videos. I fell into that trap a few times in my earlier videos, and I round up into 40-minute videos. And especially starting out, not many people are going to sit there and watch 40-minute videos. And another thing in terms of hardware, don't be afraid to invest a little bit of money into getting a really good mic. Like, I mean, you can get it. Like, I got a decent mic for about $150. I think I got it on sale. So I think I got it for $120. And it's like, yeah, that's a lot of money. But if you watch my earliest videos, I was using a $30 headset mic, and the massive amount of difference you can tell. Like, from when I plugged this mic into my old videos, the difference is astronomical. So it's like, I'm not saying you have to go and drop $100 on a fancy mic, but like, don't be afraid to spend a little bit of money to get a decent mic so your videos actually sound clear and good. And always remember to drink water. Don't be like me on one of my 2-hour live streams, completely dehydrated and ready to die at the end of it because I forgot to drink water.
Yeah, you should drink your water. Drink your water, folks. Do it. Okay. Yep, that's probably the best advice that you can get, is just kind of, if you're going to get early, investing in your channel, probably the best thing you can do. If you can get a good decent mic, if you're going to do webcam stuff, like a decent webcam with at least a standard critical quality, and making sure that you actually reach out to other channels, collabs. Collabs are a great way to get known, because if you get into that and doing the collabs, then you can definitely see it. That, and it's like as Peter was doing, he kind of gave me a little bit of a shout out kind of thing. I'm an asshole, but still.
He's a nice asshole.
Yes, I'm a nice asshole. Yes, but that's generally what you want to do. Is you want to kind of, especially if you're early on, is find out if your friends do YouTube, stuff like that. Find out if you just reaching out to some random channel or stuff like that. It's like, hey, they doing kind of stuff you're doing. They say, hey, you want to do that, or go on Discord, get into a server, meet a group. I find that if you start doing collabs with other people, that they'll give you shows, you show them, they show you, retweeting their videos, sharing their videos, just being a general decent human being in this kind of thing for YouTube really goes a long way, and you'll see the major difference in your channel growth if you do this, right?
Definitely.
You don't, like, if you're just a snob asshole who's like, I play Let's Plays all day and I'm not going to do a thing about it, and it's just like, yeah, whatever. But if you do collabs with other people, you kind of open yourself up to that. People see how you act with other people. Like, you might, it might brighten your mood and stuff like that. Because personally, I love playing with other people, because it adds kind of dynamic to things that can happen in these videos. Like,
definitely.
Especially me terrorizing you with that doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to put an annotation right here for you to look at that.
Screw you.
I know. Love you too. Anyway, all right. So, do you have any final thoughts or anything that you'd like to say before we end this interview here?
Well, I was gonna add one last thing to the aspiring YouTubers. It's going to take time. Don't be discouraged if you only have 1 or 2 subs for the first however many months. It takes time. No one's gonna explode overnight. I know you it's so easy to fall into the trap of looking at the big YouTubers who have 2, 3, 14. If you want to go all the way to PewDiePie, have 50 odd million subscribers. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. So many subscribers. But it takes time, and it does, like Nexus was saying, it takes effort. You need to put yourself out there. You need to start doing stuff more, and it takes time. And don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid of people coming into your channel, coming onto your comment section, coming to your live streams, saying, "Oh, well, you're doing this wrong. You're crap. Why are you doing this? Why? What the hell? Blah blah blah." It's gonna happen, and failure sucks. It does. But the most important part is standing up and keep on going, and keep on pick yourself back up and just do it anyway. And you put your effort into it, it will start to grow. Don't expect explosive growth right away, but you will grow if you put the effort in. And honestly, putting the effort in, you'll feel better about it yourself. At least myself personally, I feel good about the amount of effort I put in because I want to do this, so I put the effort into it. And when the effort pays off, it's yeah, this is awesome. But like I say, it takes time.
It takes time. It really does. Because you could sit at 5 subs for 6 months, and then suddenly you go up 20 subscribers because you did something like that. You're trying to figure, hey, what did I do right between here and here? Yeah. And it's just and that's what you really shouldn't focus on. You should focus on having fun, getting relationships out there, and just all around doing it. All right. Yeah. Well, thank you, Peter, for WrapTheTurtle, for sitting down with me today and doing this interview. No problem. After the audio issues and everything.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah, no worries. But anyway, I will put at the end the link to Peter's channel will be in the description for this video. As well, there will be an annotation at the end of the video pointing to his channel and one of his most recent videos. All right, I'm going to end off this video here for saying this Canadian here. It's rooting for your bacon. See you later, guys.